Hello, my name's Willoughby, and I produce the local voter education program. And what we're doing is bringing videos or information from the city. What we're doing is bringing news that our local media does not think is news. So anyway, we're going to start out. We've got the CCPD funds. This is something you see on the back of the officers' cars out there. Picture one. What the CCPD funds are: Crime Control and Prevention District. That's what it stands for. This was reestablished in 2020 during a time of national turmoil with police. Same time when Bessie Price was still mayor before she stepped down. And the reason I bring that up is because when they put this in place, it had an independent board to distribute these funds out. And Bessie and the council removed that board and put themselves in place. So now our city council members are the board to the CCPD funds, which should be a conflict of interest, to tell you the truth. It really should be. But anyway, but this is a large amount of money. It was about 6-7 years ago. They had we voted on $180 million to go to CCPD funds. So I put up some signs saying vote no. Our sales tax would have went down 0.5%. People were misled. They think it was the funding the officers. It was really not that. There's more to it than that. And what it did is set up all these funds to give out to agents of people in the neighborhood. Well, that's what it says here. It says its mission is to educate the community and hold policymakers accountable. So there's a large sum of money set out to give to anyone that can apply for it, to work in their neighborhood, to work with street gangs, to work with underprivileged children, whatever, to help protect it, get a better environment, better neighborhood. And I mean, I'm all for working through the people in the neighborhood to do this. Each neighborhood association should be doing stuff like that. And so I'm all for that. But this was not used that way. This is the picture it was under, that it was meant for crime prevention. But it turns out the people that are giving the money are the criminals. So let's go on here a little bit with this. Carl, put up picture 2. What this is a list of CCPD funds that were been distributed back in 22-23. And what we did, I blocked out, there's 6 of these organizations, there's about 20 something, but 6 of them received more than what the rules allow. It says here clearly, it was posted, requesting more than the maximum will be disqualified. Basically saying anybody's requesting more than the maximum, it's $300,000 is the maximum fund request. Anybody requesting more will be denied. It's pretty simple, understandable, okay? And a 3-year period, which means every 3 years you could come back, which is okay too. And I think they should be, and if they're making progress with the money and we see it's paying off, it's worth to give more to any agency that is making it work. You understand what I'm saying? But these 6 here got more than $300,000. And one of them was the Fort Worth ISD. It got $1,495,000. That's over $1 million over that. Okay. The Boys and Girls Club, it got $350,000. It's got a little bit over, but they did break the record just a little bit. Another one down here close to the end, one of these main ones, was this Coming Up Gang Prevention. $1,691,747.75. That's way over it. That's a lot of money there. And then the VIP FW. On this one, I got $540,000, but on a second request of this, we found another $300,000 something that put it up to around $860,000 for the VIP. Got that. And so what I did was, Carl is District 2 council member in Fort Worth. I sent an email asking him, could he please explain why these 6 got more than anyone else? Why did they get more? And I got no reply. So I went to council.
Mr. Carlos,
Hey,
are you going
Charlie.
to come down and take any questions or not, Mr. Carlos? About the CCP funds, are you going to run away?
Detective Morris contacted me to try to answer my questions about this. Officer Morris. And I got an email from Mr. Morris anyway. And it did not answer the question. But in the email, what's really good here, it says, well, there's a link below. It's for me to go to. But, oh, okay, here's the part. It says an email. It says this is Officer Morris who's emailed me. Let me know if you have any additional questions. Any additional questions? Let me know. Okay, well, that sounds reasonable, don't it? Well, yeah, I did. The link didn't answer the question that I put forth. So I called Mr. Morris, and I've not heard from Mr. Morris either. Back, no return calls or no answer back from there. Okay. So let's go to video 2.
Let's see if he'll take one question.
Absolutely.
We appreciate your support, as always.
They'll take questions, all the soft questions like
Absolutely.
Kamala Harris, but they won't take, you're not going to take a question, huh, Carl? You know the detective sent me an email. Okay, he called me, he sent me an email about the CCP. It didn't answer the question, sir.
I'll answer your question. Put it down on your camera, and I'll be happy to answer your question.
Well, we need them on film, sir. Why
No, we don't.
you're transparent. You're not going to be transparent.
When you are ready to have a genuine conversation with me,
We do it on
call
film.
me.
We'll do it on film, though. We won't do it in secret rooms, Carlos. That's crooked.
It'll be in my office.
Well, okay, call me. Let's do it, but let's do it with the camera.
You contact me.
I will, but we got to do it with the camera, okay? You got to agree to public transparency. They call it transparency, right?
No.
I'm being nice. I didn't chase him down there, did I? I'm doing better. I would have chased him all the way down there.
Carlos will not have a meeting with me if I record it. He wants it behind closed doors. Now, that's not going to work. He's not returning any calls. He will not have a meeting with me, and I will not have a meeting with him unless we can have it openly. This is not Carlos's money. It's not my money. It's everybody's money. And you know what's really surprising nowadays when I'm from people? I hope that, when I was growing up, the way we learned things, I mean, this wouldn't be happening, I'm telling you, but things have changed, and I took it for granted. It's just, I took it for granted everybody thought like I did. But here's what I thought, that everyone knew that when your elected official will not answer straight questions with straight answers, there's something wrong, and you have to pursue it. Stay with it. And that's what that's what's so funny about this CCP funds. It says there, to hold policymakers accountable. People getting this money should be holding the council accountable for not answering, but they're not going to, because it's kind of quite a loophole here. But anyway, let's go to. I'll tell you what we're going to do what we can do about this. Though, not only that, I want to expose that there's a problem with it. There's a lot of money there that's not being answered for, and also we don't have an audit of what these people are doing with the money. We have no idea what they're doing with it. So let's go to picture 2, and here's one, the VIP that received money. Rodney got over $860,000. His contact number on his website was 555-555-5555. That's how you're supposed to contact, and that's not a real number. No one has that number. But our council issued almost $1 million to this person that has a website. It was really a dummy website, that's all it was. And they changed it now. When I went to city council and I put it on the screen, I showed it up there, and sure enough, and Rodney and them didn't like this, but nevertheless, we don't know what he's done with the money. All I know is what I understand. Rodney is has done time. He's an ex-gang member. He has no business experience, and they turned over almost $1 million to him. It's like that, and we don't have no idea what he's done with it. Here's the answer to this, though. We've got two answers what we can do about it. A lot of news will give you news, but they never tell you what you're going to do about it. They just move on to another story and move on to another one, and has some commercials, sell some soap powder or something. But here's what we do about it. There's two things. One is we're coming up on election time right now. You can get on the ballot to run between now and February if we're getting on the ballot. Start. I understand. Looking at who's running for mayor, pick anybody that's running for mayor. Besides what we got, you can't go wrong. But anyway, we can start here by trying to change some of these people in office and hold them accountable and make a statement that way. The other thing, this opened up another whole story, another whole issue. When I wasn't getting no answers and them running away, that's a clear sign of guilt. Everything here is a clear sign of guilt. There's something big wrong here. But I was told to call the Texas Rangers because they covered corruption. I called the Rangers, and they can be engaged to do a full investigation on this, but your city DA has to engage them, which is okay with me too, because you can't have everybody just calling the Rangers for everything, that's searching all that stuff. This cuts out a lot of paperwork for them. If it's important enough for the DA to contact them, because the DA is supposed to do all this legwork to see if there's valid and if there's merit in what you're presenting. And if there's merit in it, then the DA submits it to the Rangers, and the Rangers have a lot of power to go in and investigate. And we believe there's cause here to be, and we submitted to DA Bill Soares. Picture 4. Picture 4 is Phil Soares. Let's put him up there. Now, when I submit this to Phil Soares and if they're not answering, replying, there's millions of dollars here. We don't know where it's going, how it's being used. We're really in the dark on this, And you can see here clearly that they're breaking rules. It's in writing. Clearly in black and white in writing. The Carlos, council member 2, is the chair. Mayor Maddie Parker sits on this board as well. She won't speak out or do anything. She's just as guilty, put that way. But anyway, we're asking Phil Soares to engage the Rangers to do an investigation. Now, Phil Soares should do one of two things: either honor our request, because he sees the same problem here, it's in black and white, or if he does not see the same problem here in black and white, then he should explain to us where he does not see the unjust use of money here. But he doesn't do that. His response is, we're not going to answer you. We're not going to reply. We're just simply not going to reply. So what he's saying is that if there's any kind of corruption in the city and you want to turn it over to Bill Soares, our DA, do something about it, and it happens to connect to people he deals with, he's just not going to do anything about it. That's what he's saying. Right out in the open. And that's not good. So I have his number on the screen, and what you can do if you want to, this is real simple. Everybody has phones. It's how we start changing our city, start trying to clean up the corruption. Here's right here about what you can do right here, real easy. Call the number with respect and politely and ask Mr. Soares' office, why will he not respond to the request about the CCPD funds that will be submitted? Okay? We'll be doing another call-in. I'll do a call-in on Tuesday or so, or this week. I'll be calling his office again and let him know we're shooting this video. And that's not hard to do. It won't take but a minute of your time. And you'd be surprised what would happen if 30 or 40 people started ringing this. Just 30 or 40. We've got 1 million people here, and to try to get 30 people to do something is like, I don't know what to compare it to, but it's like going to the moon in a way. I'll tell you, it's unbelievable because people have been brainwashed not to be involved. So, anyway, call the number on the screen. Roddy, put up picture 8 for me. And then that's what we're going to do on a lot of this stuff. We want to not only expose, but we want to share what a solution is to the issue. We're here about trying to get things done. What I'm trying to do here is get the news media to do their job. If they would cover this stuff and do it, just think how good that would be, and how fast, how powerful that would be. The Channel 4, 5, 8, or 11 or Star Telegram would actually start exposing the corruption in our city. But can't hold our breath and wait for that. So, and they know these individual or these independent don't carry a lot, but nevertheless, I'm hoping that the information. I'm not trying to be a newscaster or want this job. I'm just hoping that the information gets to you, that the information carries enough merit that you might get involved. So, well, thank you. Talk to you later.